From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Brenda Molina Navidad. Prime Minister Mark Carney says Canada intends to recognize the state of Palestine at the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in September.
Canada has long been committed to a two-state solution. An independent, viable, and sovereign Palestinian state living side by side with the state of Israel in peace and security.
Carney says that recognition is based on the Palestinian Authority's commitment to reforms, including to its governance, and a promise to hold general elections in 2026. On the topic of tariffs, Carney says that Canada and the U.S. have not reached a trade deal ahead of a Friday deadline. Signs of resilience in the Canadian economy were enough for the Bank of Canada to leave its benchmark interest rate unchanged today at 2.75%. But Governor Tiff Macklem says U.S. trade uncertainty continues to loom over the central bank's decisions.
The sad reality is that tariffs mean the economy is going to work less efficiently. It means there's going to be less income. So there's going to be less consumption. So yes, the economy will resume growing, but it'll be on a permanently lower path. And in that sense, yes, the tariffs have a permanent effect on the economy unless they're removed.
He opened the door to lowering rates if growth slows more sharply. More people forced out by wildfires in Saskatchewan are returning home this week, but officials warn hot temperatures in the coming days could pose threats. Steve Roberts is with the Saskatchewan Public Safety Agency.
We have brought more crews in, including the military resources for this very reason, is we do not see any quick reprieve from what we're facing right now. So there is a lot of fire line, a lot of containment, and still a lot of threat.
He says about 700 residents of Beauval and another 200 from Montreal Cree Lake Nation have begun going back to their communities. BC Premier David Eby says his government and local authorities are taking a precautionary approach to tsunami warnings. He says people were advised to move away from beaches and stay away from the water in coastal areas after a massive earthquake struck off the coast of southeast Russia yesterday, triggering tsunami waves. The royal charter that formed Hudson's Bay about 355 years ago could be getting a new home.
The Canadian Museum of History says the Weston family of Loblaws fame wants to buy the document and donate it to the Quebec institution. The document, issued by King Charles II, gave the Bay rights to a vast swath of land spanning most of Canada and extraordinary power over trade and Indigenous relations for decades. Michelle Zedekian, The Canadian Press.
This is The Canadian Press. In sports, Canada has won bronze in the mixed 4x100-meter medley relay at the World Swimming Championship in Singapore, the country's fifth medal of the meet. Earlier today, Summer McIntosh advanced to the women's final with the second fastest time. The Toronto-born athlete will chase her third gold at the event tomorrow. In MLB action, the Toronto Blue Jays had a 9-8 victory over the Baltimore Orioles today to avoid a 4-game sweep. Toronto's AL East lead was down to 4 games after dropping the first 3 of this series against the last-place Orioles, and the Jays fell behind early in the finale before rallying. Wimbledon champion Iga Świątek of Poland has cruised into the National Bank Open's third round today. Meanwhile, Canada's Gabriel Diallo has advanced to the third round of the Men's National Bank Open in Toronto. In NHL action, the Winnipeg Jets signed defenseman Dylan Samberg to a 3-year contract extension worth an average of $5.75 million U.S. From the Canadian Press, I'm Brenda Molina Navidad.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.